I hope everyone is extremely proud of me because I got a mic. I'm like 99% sure I filmed this video already and then I somehow cleared my camera memory and did not keep the file on my computer. So I'm doing it again, but you're lucky you get the new audio version. And I'm in Budapest, so this is my first video being filmed in Hungary. So this Gemini full moon is a lucky ending where you might be delusional about it, and don't worry, it's not bad or anything necessarily unwanted, but it seems like you were viewing it in an unrealistic way where it's lucky. You get an ending, you get out of something, but you're viewing it in a way that's like not really the case. So if you're excited to get into what we can expect from this Gemini full moon happening on December 15th, 2024, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. If you're new here, hello, I am Maren. I make astrology videos, I have astrology courses and other content down below as well if you want to see that. And I also make music, so go stream that and stuff. So firstly, we're going to explain what the energy of this full moon is, what it represents, what's coming up. Then we will get into what's happening for each of the signs and what it means for you specifically. Full disclosure, I forgot to bring tarot cards to Hungary, so I need to get some here and I don't have them, so there's no tarot card in this video. I'm sorry. Anyway, full moons are always when the sun is opposite the moon. So since it is a Gemini full moon, it means that it's during Sagittarius season. And this is happening on December 15th, 2024 at 1 a.m. Pacific time. So pretty much everywhere in the world, it's gonna be on the 15th. Or like Pacific time, you're gonna feel like it is the night of the 14th. So the moon is at 23 degrees of Gemini, and Gemini is a Mercury ruled sign, meaning that information, intellect, and logical processing is gonna be the heart of what this full moon is about. And full moons show the ending of a cycle or the release of energy. So we're letting go of something that was intellectual, logical, some type of plan or project, more than something emotional. So the moon is in the third decan of Gemini, the third, and each decan has a little bit of rulership from another planet that gives it more information and a little bit more detail about what's happening. This decan is ruled by the sun, and it's associated with the 10 of Swords tarot card, which shows something ending and light being brought to information that leads us to a conclusion. So it's kind of like clarity, realization, this is now cleared up, resolved, and you are aware of what the matter is at hand. This will be opposite the sun in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is about abundance, growth, and big picture things. It's the opposite of Mercury, which is tiny details. But the sun being at 23 degrees is in the last third of Sagittarius, which is associated with the 10 of Wands tarot card and also ruled by Saturn, which is about structure and limitation. So the 10 of Wands tends to show that there's a polar, very distinct outcome. You win or you lose, black or white. This part or this card, 10 of Wands, is known as the Lord of Oppression because it's like, there's no like other, like it's either black or white. Like you either got this right or you did it wrong. You either got what you wanted or you didn't. Because this moon is in the same sign as Jupiter in Gemini, this is overall a full moon of congratulations, abundance, and bringing a positive end to things. Overall, the theme is positivity because this full moon is close to Jupiter, and Jupiter flat out is positivity. That is really, really good. So generally, it's gonna show that you got lucky. You have an ending where black or white kind of outcome, you at least, even if you like flat out lost or like, I'm glad that happened and that's over with. You're like, okay, that is now a chapter that's done. I lost, sure, I don't need to be in the game anymore. However, this full moon is also pretty closely score Neptune in Pisces. So Neptune is delusion, can be lack of reality, loss of touch with what's in front of you, and being just completely like not really seeing the truth behind things. That is what a challenging aspect to Neptune like this would show. So just be careful that you are not lying to yourself or deluding yourself if you flat out lost, or even if you won. Maybe it's like not that big of a deal. Like, okay, you won, move on, like you got lucky. It's also gonna be scoring Saturn in Pisces, but loosely. It's not as close as it is to Neptune. So if it was closer to Saturn, it would be more about seriousness or a reality check. It's closer to Neptune, which is more about watching out for being delusional and making sure that you're not lying to yourself. Jupiter is more closely score Saturn, which shows that in the background of this month, there is a theme of being at odds with optimism versus reality and being like, do I commit to the dream or do I commit to the delusion? And that's kind of in the background, but that's not really relevant for this full moon. So for this full moon, Mars is going to be retrograde in Leo, which is kind of this background, very difficult thing going on all the rest of like this year, like for the end of the year until next year and the beginning of next year. Mars is retrograde in Leo, and it's not making any aspects to this full moon. It's sextile, but not really. This Mars in Leo retrograde already shows having to go back and fix drama, go back and fix something really annoying, put a lot of dramatic effort into resolving something frustrating. Mars is going to be opposite Pluto for this retrograde, which shows manipulation, paranoia, a lot of background, chess game, ego. It's just a messy, manipulative, paranoia game of chess in the background. It's also going to be opposite Venus conjunct Pluto, which is just showing like relationships, manipulation, and power games are still very, very highlighted. And there's a lot of black and white thinking about relationships, even though you're not necessarily, the full moon is not necessarily about that. That's still present in your life. And Mercury is still retrograde technically during this full moon. So Mercury is like stationing direct that day. But Mercury retrograde stationing direct shows that the gravity of the statements and communication is huge. Like Mercury retrograde shows going back, kind of delay, miscommunication. Mercury retrograde stationing direct at this degree shows that like you cannot mean what you said more. Like you are being very, very intense with what you say. I was born under like a Mercury station direct. It's a very like dramatic kind of energy. Mercury is also opposite Jupiter, which shows optimism. So it's kind of like this good game, but I fucking won kind of like energy here. And it's like I said, for most of you and a lot of you, it's going to be a happy ending, although it's not realistic. So either you're like, I fucking won and that matters, it doesn't matter. Or you're like, I lost and it doesn't matter, it does matter, that kind of thing. So people are having beef or getting upset like around this with this relationship fuckery, but just know that it is lucky that it is over. Like be happy that it's over. Like that's the end of it. If you already have any thoughts or feelings about this full moon, let me know in a comment down below. Now let's get into what it means for each of the rising signs. So you should always be looking at transits and reading and watching shit based on your rising sign if the astrologer is not specifying. I have a full video on that if you are not already aware. So for Aries rising, this full moon is in your third house of communication. Think of the ending of a project, ending of content, ending of something that you were doing day to day on a work basis. For Taurus rising, this is in your second house of income or money. You are finishing up or letting go of a way of making money. Also, you could be ending a way of spending money. You're like, I'm cutting that out of my life. For Gemini rising, it's in your first house of self. This is much more personal and it's about you, your personality, your character, your mannerisms. You're like, I'm letting go of something I was attached to. For Cancer rising, it's in your 12th house of mental health. You're probably letting go of an addiction, a bad habit, or a way of dealing with your mental health that you don't want to do anymore. Then for Leo rising, it's in your 11th house of networking and friends. You're either leaving a social group, a friend group, or some type of tie to others network-wise socially. If you're a Virgo rising, this is in your 10th house of career. This shows that you are letting go of a job, a profession, letting go of something in career. If you are a Libra rising, this is in your 9th house of foreign travel or higher education. You could be ending a travel to like study abroad or some like long distance travel. You could be finishing that up, or you could be finishing up a degree or course of study. If you are a Scorpio rising, this will be in your 8th house of finance and investments, which shows like paying off a debt, ending a loan, getting money back. Something is ending where you depended or were tied with other people financially. If you're a Sagittarius rising, this is in your 7th house of committed relationships. So you could be either having some type of breakup, or you could be ending a contract or partnership that you are glad to do. If you are a Capricorn rising, this is in your 6th house of physical health and coworkers. This shows that you're either letting go of a way that you were dealing with your health, like a treatment plan, or you are letting go or like firing people that work for you. If you are an Aquarius rising, it's in your 5th house of dating or creativity. You could be ending something romantically, or you could be releasing a creative project. And if you're a Pisces rising, it's in your 4th house of home or family. So you're probably either moving out or ending something with how you live or with your family. So like I said, no tarot card today. I'm sorry, I will have them back for the next videos. I will get some here in Hungary, in Budapest. I would say tell me recommendations for where to go, but like this is gonna come out once I'm already back probably. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below for how you're feeling. And I wish you a happy new year as that is coming up as well. Even though I think there's one more, yeah, technically there's a Capricorn new moon, but I'll say that more seriously. And anyway, happy end to the year. Hope things are going well and I will see you later.